Hey guys, once again I'm back to an interesting topic, and this time I just thought to discuss a topic which was coming into my mind on 2020, but due to a certain reason I didn't do this topic. But this video is really special for persons who just use two-wheelers and four-wheelers and other vehicles. So what are the systems in our country, how they utilize, etc. You would be knowing this if you watch this video till end. So what it is all about? It's all about crude oil. We just export crude oil from Gulf countries, America, Canada, etc. Right? So what happens after that? Crude oil is distillized into petrol, diesel, kerosene, LPG gas, lubricant fuel, and finally aviation turbine fuel. Okay, so based on this, basically all these refineries they do lot of combustion process and lot of heatings involved, and with the help of each stage they just take all these type of gases. Okay, so refineries is really required, but based on the companies we just use all this petrol and diesel in different companies, right? So based on that, if you ask me which is the best petrol pump you can put all this petrol and diesel, I would suggest you first would be Bharat Petroleum, second comes Indian Oil, then comes all this HP, then Reliance and all this Shell, etc. If you go towards private, Reliance would be on top because you must pay a little bit than the normal government petrol bunks. Okay, so based on that you can put petrol, the quality, the way of refinery would be same. There is 23 refinery centers in India. Based on the necessity of the state, they just transport all these petrol or diesel, etc. Right now people just consume petrol a lot because of the necessary. Vehicles are getting larger and larger. Everyone are buying vehicle a lot. Another side you have EV, that is electrical vehicle, which is bursting, etc. But people just consider all this petrol and diesel a lot, right? So in this particular period people just cheat in petrol bunks, especially. You won't know about all these cheating stuffs. Every petrol and a diesel must have octane level at the best. Each and every government they would give them suggestion about these things in the refinery process, but people just cheat for getting money. For example, they just distract you by talking, and they just put wrong meters in the meters, and they just take that money. People are hurry in filling petrol and diesel, etc., but they don't check about all these stuffs, etc., to check whether your petrol is perfect or not. It may be HP or Hindustan or anything. Just use a filter paper, just test with that petrol. If that is evaporated directly and if you don't find any stain, your petrol is good. If suppose if there is lot of stain, etc., that is not distilled, so it is like adulteration process is not being completed properly, and they have used naphtha to cheat you. So these are the things which we need to focus. There is one more problem. People just fill their tank full. It is not highly recommended because of the compression, etc. Your vehicle would be into trouble, and your engine would be into trouble in coming days. And people just ask me which is the right time to put all this petrol and diesel. It would be at early morning or at night. If you put on noon or evening, the capacity of your petrol would be reduced. And there are people who just ask me what is the best economy way to make your petrol saved. For example, people who just go with full speed, you would lose the value of the economy. If you go with a random speed, you can save the petrol. This is all about petrol. I just thought to discuss it out in a simple way so you can understand, right? So you would be having a doubt in petrol bunk, can I check the quality of the petrol? Yes, you can do it for sure, because you're paying taxes for even for that. These are the things we must be serious enough, because we are spending a lot of money in all these stuffs, etc. And you would be having a doubt that what type of air has been used in all those tires, etc. In bike or in car or in any heavy vehicles, it is like nitrogen. 78% nitrogen is being used, remaining is water vapor and oxygen, neon, argon is being used, so that to make 100% of air. And in aeroplane the tires are filled with helium air, because in order to sustain in air you have to have that helium gas. That is where aircraft is different from the normal tires of all this in land. Okay, and all this carbonated fuel which is called as white petrol is being used in aeroplane. And in train you would be seeing diesel, and diesel is the cheapest thing, and that's why they use it in all this train, etc. So these are all about all these important things about petrol, diesel and all these stuff, etc. So I just thought to clear it out in a way where simple people must understand. Every educated people would be knowing about all these stuffs, but new people, I mean the persons who are into all these new world, you need to know about all these stuffs, etc., because basically all these stuffs are there in Google, etc., but people don't learn about all these stuff. So I just thought to discuss it in a simple way, so your doubts would be cleared in a simple easy manner. Okay, have a thought or have a glance about all these stuffs, etc., so that you can be updated and you can update all allowed ones. Okay, With that thought, I'm ending this video. Take care. Have a nice day.